Hey folks, and thanks for tuning in to the next episode of Sight Unseen Insider. We're continuing from last week where we started with theft and intellectual property theft on the part of Hart. This week is more of the same, but we've got a couple of doozies that'll really blow your mind. What I want to start with is this, though. Hart continues to rattle off lies about me using his characters, and it's almost always characters, plural, on the film that I just released, The Bunker, which is out in Germany and Europe now, and is out in the United States as well. Here's the problem. When Hart and I were first, working on the film, there was the chance that we were going to make it another Flowers on the Razor Wire property. And for a while, that seemed to be working fine. But the more Hart saw the potential for this thing to break big, the more he tried to steal it. Okay? So one of the things that I've said in interviews, and this goes back to 2006, 2007, when I was first interviewed about the film, was that I was a preparation megalomaniac. I did everything possible so that I would have not just one or two backup plans, but if something went wrong, I would have multiple options. Okay? Take a look here. What you're seeing on the screen is Wanda Curtis, the actress who played Flower from the first Flowers on the Razor Wire, Chance Meeting, based on my short story, which Hart jacked a credit for. Take a look at her. This is the outfit Hart established for his character, Flower. Now, let me show you this. This is the original DVD. If you have one, great. You can look at the back of it yourself. If you don't have one, however, on the back is some text about Hart's character. What makes Flower, Hart? You describe her as a psychotic dominatrix. Or dominatrix, as you like to spell it, because you can't spell to begin with and you forget the A in the word. And what does she do? What's her MO? She hunts her prey through the sex ads in Los Angeles, and then what? Then she gets her prey in a bad spot and demands that the victim tell her a scary story. But it has to be scary, very, very scary, as you like to say, to prevent her from killing her victims. Slowly. So slowly. Most of that bullshit is on the back of the cover box here. So, that's the way your character looks. That's the way you describe your character. Now take a look at this. These are images of Morgana, one of the Sirens of Darkness. Characters I created back in 1992. Notice something? Morgana has a ponytail. And Morgana occasionally wears a catsuit. So, when I got royally screwed, what did I do? I wrote my way out of the corner. And I rewrote the introduction, and instead of making a wraparound, these are characters central to the film, throughout the film. My problem was, could I get Charles and Veronique back? As you found out, now I could. Here's something else. Hart, in case you don't think that's going to fly, take a look at this. Recognize that actor? That's Harry Morgan, famous as Colonel Potter on MASH. In fact, that's a scene from MASH, which is copyright CBS, but this is on YouTube. It's a still. You know what the thing is that makes this funny? That's not Harry Morgan playing Colonel Potter. That's Harry Morgan playing a general named Steele. This is from the third season, episode 1, The General Flipped at Dawn. The following year, Harry Morgan would come back, and he would become Colonel Potter. But here he is, in a military outfit, looking very similar to the guy we'd all come to know and love. You know why? Because the screenwriters wrote him in as somebody else. And what did I do? When this couldn't be a Flowers on the Razor Wire project, I just dumped the whole wraparound. Didn't make sense to keep that part of the story. It was only supposed to be used to try and sell a TV series. Eventually, it was supposed to be used in your foreign TV series. Remember? You announced that? The one from Global Broadcasting? So what did I do? I recast. And I recast Charles and Veronique as totally different characters. My characters. Charles was always my character. You didn't create him. And while I could have used Veronique as Flower, I didn't have to, because I had my own characters as a backup. But that was always the plan. If anything went south, if anything went sideways, if anybody tried to screw with me on the film, I had options, and I exercised them. And I went back out to Los Angeles with Charles and Veronique, and we shot at a different location, but we made it look a lot like that dojo. So your claims about your characters being used are hogwash. Let's bring up the next thing, though, and this is really good. This is the affidavit that shows the complaints that I made to YouTube, MySpace, and Facebook. Primarily, it's about videos like the trailer, which you refused to take down when my original attorney asked. You kept it up on your site until we had to say, well, we're going to make a complaint. And what happens when you make complaints about multiple videos? This is what happens. Gone. All of them. The third one is the biggie. Take a look at this. That was the opening second of your director's reel, which I still have because you stuck it on the DVD I was supposed to send to David Letterman. Unfortunately, though, instead of my director's reel and my promo reel, it had your director's reel on my film. You know why this got taken down, Hart? In at least 8 places? I'll let everybody in the world know now. Because if you look at the affidavit, which is up on sightUnseenPictures.com, in multiple locations, Hart, you put bunker footage on your director's reel. You put footage with actors you did not work with on your director's reel. You told me the footage was good, and I know it was, but for you to steal it and then try to represent it as your own, that's Bush League. And I want everybody to know it. I want anybody who ever might think of hiring you again to say, wow, Joe has proof and an affidavit that these videos were taken down for copyright violations, including your director's reel. 3 separate times in there you used footage of Saskia and Terry, who you never shot with. What's lower than, like, jacking somebody else's work to put on your own director's reel? I can't think of too much. You want this film so bad. You walked away and you made it so public. Oh, I'm not associated with this anymore and stuff. Well, guess what? Just about a week ago, we captured this. You're going to love it. You see that, Hart? That's from your YouTube channel. And what are you bragging about? 5 years after walking away from me, what are you bragging about? You're bragging about being involved with the bunker. This banner has changed on your YouTube page a bunch of times. There is no way you could have missed this over and over and over again. Every time you go to your site to upload a video, you can't possibly have missed this. But that's my movie you're still trying to ride credit for, when you have nothing to do with it. Your character, singular, is not in it. None of your edit made the cut. None of your work shows up in my movie. And still here you are, trying to take credit for it. If you weren't a big enough scumbag in front of the whole world, more show and tell, dude. See that photo? That's the one we had taken down several weeks ago off Facebook. That is Charles and Ms. Veronique on the set of The Bunker. On SightUnseenPictures.com are the model releases for those two actors and the date that photo was taken. You tried to put your name and your copyright and 2013 on it a couple of weeks ago as a promotion for Heart Attack Radio. How desperate are you that you're using photos from you don't have anything? You haven't shot shit in 7 years and stuff like that. You're still trying to ride off my work. Well, guess what? You can't even make the claim that got ripped down on Facebook yesterday anymore, because this is the best one. These photos are from websites from years ago. I don't run the websites. I didn't do these interviews. You did. And look at what it says about the photo. It's a photo from my film, The Bunker. My film, The Bunker. What's left? You want to keep playing? You want to keep putting, photos up that you don't own? You want to keep trying to claim that the movie is yours somehow, even though your character was removed? In fact, your character was removed over 2 years ago, and you were told this, you were notified about this change, and you still want to go on whimpering. You called me a cockroach on Facebook recently, claiming that I had ripped it off, and these were your models, and this is your shoot, and you hire all these people? Bullshit. I've got the model releases. They're signed to Sight Unseen Pictures, LLC, for the exclusive use of Sight Unseen Pictures for The Bunker. It says Flowers on the Razor Wire nowhere. The copyright forms do not say Flowers on the Razor Wire anywhere, which is why your shit keeps getting taken down within a day. If you want to keep lying, you can keep going ahead, but you're going to keep getting embarrassed, because I'm not going to stop, and I promised people I would show what a fraud you were. You're a fraud as a director. You're a fraud as a person. You're an intellectual property thief. You've still got my hard drives and stuff. And I saved this one to wrap up with, because somebody questioned, well, just because a snippet of footage from my movie got onto the garbage can, well, it didn't necessarily mean you still had the movie. Take a look at this, Hart, from another one of our mutual friends on Facebook. Here you are, offering to give some woman a copy of the film. The original cut, you say. Wondering if even your mom is going to be able to deny that. She couldn't deny that that's my footage on your DVD, that's for sure. And I know she won't be able to deny this. And you know what? I'll leave you with this final thought today. I have more. I have more, and there's plenty more. And I'll keep doing videos as long as you keep trying to jack credit for the movie, keep trying to claim your characters were used, keep trying to claim that your copyright was violated. You keep making these claims, I'm going to keep dropping the hammer, and it is going to be harder and harder and harder. If you thought me telling the world that you're a fraud as a director because you stole footage from a movie that you thought you could use, that you never shot? I wonder if Obituary would have hired you and stuff like that, if they would have known that your director's reel had material that you didn't direct. Because I hope people in the future think about hiring you twice. I certainly have no problem telling them. Till next Friday, have a good one.